Welcome to Run With It, BC's only running fitness and health program. On this month's episode, I was in conversation with elite dance group FRESHH on how they stay fit. Plus, back on the show, we have lifestyle expert Natalie Langston, who shared some health snacks for staying active. But first, let's go to our interview with former Olympian and author Diane Clement. Check this out.
Joining me is former Olympian, author, and chef of Run Diane Clement, and she's being honored next month as a culinary icon at a fundraising dinner at Lesdames.ca. And she's here today to talk about. Congratulations!
Well, thank you. I am truly honored when I heard the announcement that I'm being honored on September 21st at the Four Seasons Hotel. We've got the top 10 chefs in Vancouver. I mentioned Tojo and Annalena and the Cactus Club Rob Feeney. We've got so many, Ned Bell, and they're all doing a course. And we're just thrilled. We're almost sold out. So if you want to get a ticket, it's a fundraising for our Lesdames.ca for scholarships for our women in the hospitality business. Whatever age, whatever hospitality it may be, we offer the scholarships. $200,000 a year we give towards the scholarship. So this is our one way of raising the money, and I'm just truly honored. And our group, Lesdames.ca, we started about 25 years ago with the star wonderful women in the hospitality business in Vancouver. We wanted to give back, and this is our way of doing it.
And it's an international organization.
It's an international, initially it was the men, the Lesdames.ca, and then when they brought in the women, they went, we're allowing women in our organization. But as you know now, around the world, women are leading in the top echelon with the star male chefs. So it's a good team. And so we're very proud to be part of the International Society.
Well, you talk about the famous chef, but you are an honorary chef. Tell us about how excited you were to learn that you were going to be.
Well, it was fun. And early in my days, there was no real cooking schools. Now New York, London, Paris, and actually when I started, I did go to those three cities and took especially gourmet courses and started from scratch. And so, how many books? It shows my age. 8 Canadian best-selling cookbooks later, we are still having fun in the kitchen. And my favorite, of course, is with Doug and I, with our
Start Fresh,
co-founders of the Vancouver Sun Run, and Doug's got our walk run program. And the feeling we want to get at any age, Doug will be 85, I will be 82, and it's all about having fun, eating sensibly, and exercising. And I think that happy balance, and you get allowed to have your little glass of wine to cheer your health.
But I like food, fitness, and fun.
Exactly, it has to be fun. And also, as we look around the table, it has to be fresh. And it's so easy. For example, I say to my grandchildren, they're in the kitchen helping. Max, Coco, Lulu, their parents, every night they start chopping, cutting, put them in plastic bags, getting ready for their lunch the next day. It's easy to do. They're starting fresh at a young age, and that will continue. And hopefully they will live as long as Doug and I are living. And so it's fun. It has to be tasty too. And so today, for example, we have this lovely, lovely rice, very healthy. Cook the rice, and we're adding to that all the fresh vegetables. We've got our broccoli. We've got also throw in a canned tuna. Doug and I love adding canned tuna. Or sear the lovely ahi tuna that you can just sear quickly on the stove and serve it with the rice. Add your carrots, add your red and yellow peppers, which we love, if you want a little bit of crunch. And Doug and I like to start off with the hummus. And the hummus, and this one is absolutely, Spread'em Kitchen Company, the best I have tasted anywhere. And we have tasted it all over North America and in Europe. And this one is available, I think, at most of these stores. Look for it, ask for it. That, with a few little corn chips and a little glass of wine on the weekends, we start our dinner. And I think the key is eat healthy and exercise. You've got to exercise. Doug and I, as co-founders of the Vancouver Sun Run, we started with 3,200 down Georgia, 35 years later, we have about 50,000 and 10,000 walkers. And they are eating healthy and they're exercising.
Diane, when did your passion for food begin?
It began actually in Moncton, New Brunswick at Shediac Beach. And we had a cottage and we'd go down to the waterfront and get lobsters by the bucketful for about $3. And my mom loved to cook. And so we learned as a young age to cook healthy and to enjoy our food. And again, weekends, everybody's busy working now, both families. All, the husband, wife, or whatever. Sunday, the weekend, Mom would take us shopping to the markets, and Sunday, like the farm people did. I mean, they were out working at 5 in the morning, early farms years ago. Sunday dinner was the time that we all came together and celebrate. And we celebrated healthy then, and this is what I'm encouraging, and the health rules with the Heart and Stroke Foundation, it's eating healthy.
I mean, it looks like it's like when you get home from school or from work, these are healthy snacks.
And get the family involved in the dinner making and also starting the lunch kits for the next day.
Yes, so Diane, I love fresh fruit and vegetables, and you see we got cucumbers.
Well, this is a perfect example, and my grandchildren, Max, Coco, and Lulu, they're in the kitchen, 2 separate families, of cooking at night. They come home, the parents are all working, you're all working, get the children involved. This one is so quick. This is using your nice healthy rice. You use your arborio rice, you can use brown rice, and I've added to that some carrots and some red pepper, yellow pepper, and broccoli. And throw that nice and hot and steaming. And if you want, there's a little bit of hot sauce. If you want, you can throw that over, a little bit of hot sauce. If you want, even put soy sauce, just whatever taste you would like. And then maybe with a nice hearty grain bread. And that's it. And lots of water. That's the other important thing. People have to drink at least 5 glasses of water a day. It's very important, so I always have my water on the table. And if you want, start off with, I mentioned the little Spread'em Kitchen Company, fabulous, one of the best I've ever tried. A little bit of, while you're cooking, a little bit of corn chips and a little dip. And I've also, you can make a little, start off with a tuna. I didn't bring my tomatoes. Of course, the Tomato Fresh Food Cafe, I mean, let's face it, I love tomatoes. So Doug and I, usually every night, we have a tomato bocconcini salad, lovely bocconcini, and a balsamic vinaigrette dressing, which is balsamic vinegar, olive oil, little Dijon mustard, salt and pepper. And this is the investment. Put that on your Christmas list. Peugeot peppermill, the best peppermill you could ever have. Use pepper, only a pinch of salt. The Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada recommend no salt. I like to add, and they agree with me, I do a lot of cooking for them, can I just add a little pinch? And this salt, I must say, I just brought back from Bali. We were there for a month, Doug and I. This is the best salt in the world. But Malden salt is from England, on the flatlands in England. Every chef, I'll tell you, in the world uses, I think, Malden salt. So just a pinch. And that's about it. And again, like I say, we do a lot of seafood, very fresh. Chicken, of course, with some lemon, marinate lemon juice and a little bit of pepper, whatever. And just put it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. You've got your breast of chicken. And add that if you want some meat to the rice.
Fresh and
Keep
healthy.
it simple.
And fresh and healthy, right?
Fresh and healthy and tasty.
Tasty,
It
yes.
has to taste good.
Yes.
And so this sort of is, Doug, our philosophy. And again, Lesdames.ca on the 21st of September. And there still may be 1 or 2 tickets. It's a fundraiser. We raised $200,000 for women in the hospitality. And it would be an honor for me to have you attend. Go on the website of our Lesdames website. And it's a special night, and I am truly honored to be part of it.
Thank you, Dr.
Well, thank you. And I must praise you because you keep fit and you eat healthy, so you're a good example.
Thank you. Well, you are the best example. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be right back after this break. Joining me is Canadian hip-hop elite dance group FRESHH, and they're here today to talk about their passion for dance
and how they became contestants on the NBC's World of Dance. Welcome to the show, Travis.
Thank you for having us.
And Lucky and Ben and Emily. So, before we did the interview, you were here at the BC Sports Hall of Fame working out.
Yeah, we were. We saw a track and we were kind of just tempted. We were like trying to get the best time. So, we had to get a quick little workout in. That's why I'm a little bit sweaty. I'm sorry.
So, how did you guys meet?
Well, we all started dancing at the same studio at different times, but some of us have been dancing for like up to 10 years together.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying it?
I'm not sick of them yet. Like I love them.
Yeah.
And Ben,
Yeah.
how do you enjoy working as a team? Because it takes a team to be successful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely believe that we're a family, and we have really good chemistry, so it's nice working.
Yes, and you're the only girl. How does it feel working with them?
Sometimes it's kind of difficult because 3 guys is kind of annoying sometimes, but it's all good because we're a family and it's like, yeah.
She's kind of like a mom. She's the mom of the group. She keeps us in order, make sure we're not fooling around too much. We still have fun. Yeah.
That's like a family, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
How did you come up with the name Fresh?
It was kind of the name was always part of our studio because our studio's name is Fresh Groove. So we just took that and we took on the name Fresh with 2 H's, which stand for hip hop. So that's our name.
It's wonderful. And now, how did your passion begin? Like, congratulations on the World Dance Championships, by the way.
Thank you.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about leading up to being a contestant on the NBC's World of Dance.
Leading up to the show, it was just a lot of training. We were working together 4 to 6 hours every single day, practicing every single day in the studio, working on cardio, doing different exercises to get us as fit as possible and also preparing us mentally for the challenge that would come.
And tell us a little bit about how you train. I mean, you run, right?
Yeah.
So some running back there.
Yeah, it's a lot of running, burpees, doing the routine full out, like over and over, running it, cleaning it. It's just a lot of physical work as well, and on top of mental work, memorizing choreo. They give new routines when we only have a few days to make the next one. It's a lot of work, yeah.
Yes, and tell us about how important is nutrition.
Nutrition is definitely a big part, especially for me. I don't know about you guys. We still like the occasional McDonald's meal, but nutrition is definitely one thing we try to keep in mind. Dieting correctly, making sure we have enough sleep, waking up early enough so that our body is ready for training, and yeah, that's definitely a big part.
Yes, and it's also too like working as a team, and sleep is important. But if also too, what inspires you to, because you're athletes.
Yeah.
Dance is being an athlete.
Yes. One thing that inspires us is just each other. Every day when we walk into the studio, we see each other like smiling, we say hi, and like every time when we step onto the dance floor, I think we're trying to like one up each other because we're really competitive people, for sure. And yeah, we're always trying to better ourselves and push each other.
And do you ever get nervous performing?
At first, when you start dancing, it's really nerve-wracking. But like once you start competing over and over again, you just lose that nervousness and you just confident all the way. It's just you're just having a great time on stage.
That's wonderful. What about you, Ben?
Oh yeah, I think it's the same with me. When I first started, I was always really nervous to go on stage. Even now, I still am some of the time. But yeah, you definitely gain confidence, and it turns from nervousness to excitement.
Right, and Emily, what about you?
Well, before you go onto the stage, like there's always a little nervousness, but then as you start to get into like that nervousness fades into adrenaline, and then sort of feeds into your energy.
Yeah, and it certainly does. You have to be mental. It's mental preparation too.
Yeah.
So do you do any type of meditation?
I wouldn't say meditation, but before we go on stage, we all get in a group huddle. We all pray together with our coach, and just getting into that mental preparation. Yeah, getting ready for the routine, making sure we're all on the same mindset and we're ready to kill it on stage.
You're killing it. So if people want to tune in, where can they go?
NBC, I think it's also on CTV, but it actually airs every Tuesday at 7, so you guys can catch us there on the show. And yeah, that's what you can watch.
Well, you know what? I want you back on the show, and we'll talk a bit more, okay? And
Yeah,
thank
perfect.
you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
and we'll be right back after this break.
Joining me is lifestyle expert Natalie Langston, and she's here today to talk about some healthy snacks while staying active. Welcome back, Natalie.
That's right. Thank you so much for having me. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about.
And you know what, you are a lifestyle expert, but you're also a yogi, you're a hiker. And
Like to run a lot too.
Yeah, it's
So
great topics. So-
And during the summer, you really want to get outdoors and stay active. So that's what I'm here. I have some tips for you as well. And one of the ways that I like to stay active in the summer is to get outdoors and hike those local trails. So you can often find me at Deep Cove or the Grouse Grind hiking, you really have to be prepared as well because you're exerting a lot of energy. So you want to take water and a nut bar or a health bar with you. So these are some of the best chewy granola bars, and they're plant-based as well. And the new Cashy Joy comes in 2 different formats. They come in nut bars as well as almond butter energy nut bars.
And you need one, right?
Exactly, you just throw it in your bag, and I would recommend when you're hiking to choose the one that's the almond butter energy nut bar with higher protein.
And it's Canadian.
Exactly, it's Canadian and they're locally produced here in BC, which I love as well. But having that higher protein content will help you with those challenging hikes to stay fueled up throughout those hikes as well.
Hike and go.
Exactly. So another way I like to stay active during the summer is group workout classes. So I don't know about you, but obviously I love to do yoga classes, and you really want to nourish your body after a yoga class with a nut bar. So I throw these in my bag. They're amazing. They taste as good as they look, and they're also made with wholesome ingredients. And they're non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, soy-free, and they're made with no artificial flavoring or colors too.
And I like cranberries.
Oh yes, that's my next one. This one's also really good. This is pistachio, fig, and lemon. So, I mean, they're all so delicious, but this one's really, really nice.
And it's proper fueling, right? That's what you need.
Absolutely. I think that there it is. So another way I like to stay healthy in the summertime also is biking. So a lot of people love to bike during the summertime, bike your local trail or along the seawall, and something that is requiring less energy, I take a nut bar with me, and I love the cranberry coconut almond. Now this is delicious.
Yes, I was eyeing that one before.
It's absolutely amazing, and like you said, made right here in BC, Canadian made, and you can really be happy about the food that you're eating because it's plant-based, wholesome ingredients.
And it's never too late to start exercising.
Absolutely. Biking's a great way to get into your active routine. I feel that breakfast is an important part of your morning routine. So lately I've had intense hunger cravings when I wake up in the morning, so I have to eat something right away. So I go for the Cashy Joy Almond Butter Energy Nut Bar, and it has that higher protein, so it stays with me throughout the day, and it's a great way to kickstart my morning routine.
Yeah, so breakfast is an important part, and also working out too. It's best to work out like early in the morning, right?
Absolutely. So I have a few ideas for you to stay fit and healthy throughout the summer, just by making small changes, like staying hydrated with fruit-infused water instead of those sugary refreshers or coolers that have the calories. So this is a nice way to stay hydrated, but it still tastes great.
And you can add lemon, as you can see there.
Exactly, cucumber, or get creative with some other fruit. I like to have basil and strawberry too. It's really nice. And like you said, another one of my tips is to dedicate your morning to your outdoor workouts, because it does get hot now with those summer months, so you want to avoid overheating.
And Natalie, too, you can be creative too. Try a new activity, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, there's so many music festivals and parades throughout the summer, so why not find something that's more active and fit, like signing up for a hiking challenge or a yoga event like I just did. So there's so many ways that you can find active and healthy ways to stay healthy during the summer.
And volleyball, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, that's something else that I want to mention, because you spend so much time on a sandy beach towel, but maybe trade that in and still get out on the sand, but have some beach volleyball, maybe play some frisbee or run along the water.
It's playtime, right?
Exactly.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Just keep yourself hydrated and fueled, like as what you said today.
And one of the great parts about these health bars is that you can easily incorporate them into your routine, and you can also feel good about what you're eating as well.
And you're pretty full. You're not hungry after
Oh,
that.
absolutely. I know, and they're so easy to take with you when you're on the run too. So for more details on anything you've seen here, you can just go to my website at natalielangston.com.
Thank you very much, Natalie, for coming on the show. And
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
And you'll come back next
Oh,
month.
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have a question or comment about today's show, go to our website on the screen. Coming up on next month's show, I was in conversation with running celebrity couple Kathrine Switzer and Roger Robinson.
People say, how long did it take you to write the book? And I say, well, about 70 years, because it's a lifetime experience. It really began with the idea that nobody has written the history of the modern running movement. They've written histories of running going back to ancient Greece, etc. But the modern running movement is so important in society that I felt somebody should write a history of it. But as I got into it, I realized that it was more than just a history of running, because, to put it this way around, could you imagine writing a history of New York or of Boston or of London or even of Vancouver without referring to its marathon? Because those events have such an impact. And I realized that running is actually more important than just something that happens on the back pages of the newspaper. And then the other dimension, as I began to write this, was that I realized I was drawing on my own experience so much. And in a way, that was getting in the way of the history, of being, as it were, an objective historian.
And you'll have a chance to win a copy of Roger Robinson's book, When Running Made History. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, run with it. Run With It is sponsored by BC Sports Hall of Fame, Hype Hair, Mallory's Fashion Network, and Skechers Performance Canada.